thought for this video I'd make it more serious. I'm at one of the most westerly points in Ireland called Criminal Bay. If you ever get a chance to visit, well, fucking flies. We've got these two sort of sea stacks, the bigger one behind the other. Get under! Shall I vlog over them sheep, or shall I wait till they go? Right. I hope you can see that alright, because it's an absolutely stunning place to come and take a photograph. It really is. Ireland, I'm falling in love with you. That could be the beer talking. What I'm doing now, I've come to take an image. I actually took one this morning, the same shot, but we had no light, it was very cloudy, but I actually quite like the shot, because the seas were rougher this morning, and what they were doing, they were creating lots of white foam around the bottom of these little islets, and also the waves were coming out of the bottom left hand corner of the image that were giving me a nice leading line, and then you got the lovely curve of the rock. So it's all about shape really, it's not about light so much. I will maybe try again one more time in the morning, see if we can get a little bit of light and try the same effect, but other than that I'm going to have to set off somewhere else. I can't stay here much longer, as much as I'd like to, because it's absolutely beautiful. It really is amazing. Settings wise, I'm on f11 and it's a 2-second, it's naturally it's same as the shot I took the other day actually. It's f11, a 2-second exposure, and I've dropped a 6-stop neutral density filter in, which gives me a 2 minutes exposure. It might work out better this, because we've got a little bit of colour in the sky. It's not really catching, but should be quite a pleasing image. Oh, I'm using a polarizer as well. It's quite important, because without the polarizer, the dark seas, we're getting a lot of reflections, and then I'm losing the definition in the white foam around the islands. So if it's worked, I don't think this one will work. I think it's the one this morning that you'll get to see, or the one tomorrow morning. I'm still hopeful that I might be able to improve on it. But yeah, what a place. For anybody wanting to know where I am, it's Dingle. I think this part is called Dunmore Head, or Dunmere Head. Dunmore Head, I think. It's quite an easy walk to get up to really. Not many people come up here, but it's a little bit steep, but it's not far. So yeah, that's probably it for the Dingle Peninsula, so I'll leave the image and see where we're going now.
At the end of the road, turn round. You should have seen his face when I told him I was his father.
It'd be rude not to go for a swim in there, wouldn't it? I think I've got an old snorkel and mask somewhere in that camper, so I'll try and fish it out. Take my GoPro with me, see if it truly is waterproof. But I did say in a previous clip that I were ready for leaving the Dingle Peninsula, but I can't get away. It's truly breathtaking. Normally 3 days for a place, that's me done, I've had enough, I'm ready for off. But this place, I could stay here for weeks, honestly. Tonight we do a storm apparently, so I probably will end up in the camper van just getting drunk. But I've seen these sea stacks, and if I can get out before the storm, as the storm's approaching, or sometimes as the storm's leaving, it can lend itself to some really dynamic, high contrast black and white scenes. So that's what I'll be hoping for tonight. And like I say, if not, I'll just stick in camper van getting drunk. It's no bad thing. But right now I'm going to go snorkelling. If I go down there, it's over. Roy Orbison. Good night, Vienna. Whoa, it's beautiful. I love it. There's actually some people swimming around there. If I get a chance to video them later, I'll show you. I might even join them. They look like they're having a great time. I might join them after this shoot. What I'm aiming for is a big wave to come in between the sea stacks, which I'm not having to wait long at all, as you can probably imagine. And what that's doing is giving me some separation between the stacks. And I'm shooting that at 200mm, getting as tight in as I possibly can. I'm shooting at f11, ISO 100, and that's giving me a shutter speed of between a 10th and a 20th of a second, depending on the light. Which I'm happy with that. It's just giving me just a touch of movement in the water. But then what I'm also trying to do is, we've got these seabirds. I've been watching them. They're absolutely amazing to watch. They can fly into the wind at speed without flapping the wings, just by using lift. It's incredible, and they're just having fun. They're not even feeding. They're just having fun flying in the wind. I'm digressing from the photography, sorry. So then what I'm doing, I'm waiting for these seabirds. They're going out to sea and then they're coming back in a flock. And they're coming in between these rocks. But at the settings I've just mentioned, it's not fast enough to freeze the birds. They just become a white blur. So I'm ramping the ISO right up to between 800 and 1000, and then I can get a shutter speed of between a 500th and a 640th. And then what I'll do is I'll blend them two images together in Photoshop. Now I do appreciate I'm not very good at explaining things, so if you've got any questions at all, just leave a comment underneath, and I'll promise you I'll answer them all, to the best of my ability anyway. Oh wow, it's absolutely beautiful over there now. I've taken quite a few shots already, so I'm pretty confident I've got something. But I'll stick around. I'm just having fun, just taking different shots. The waves are forming different patterns, so I'll show you them idiots swimming around there, and then I'll put the images up.